You can turn
Having
it down.
some sensory issues today, buddy.
If one more person
God, this fucking TikTok pill burger based. Yeah.
Spurgers.
Oh, wait, you're hungover.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I drank too much autistic alcohol last night.
I've seen the
what is
tapes.
that?
I've seen that. Rolling back.
It's just what is
It's, like sensory overload because you're hungover, but then also because you're autistic.
Yeah.
Double whammy.
Yeah.
Are there any alcohols that
Don't symptom
set off?
don't.
Absinthe.
I've learned how to
Absinthe
stabilize.
is the only safe one.
Absinthe is fantastic.
Absinthe burned my tongue.
Nice.
Absinthe is aniseed flavored. Aniseed is licorice.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's kind of
it's
cool.
true.
You think I don't know things, Zivan?
What the oh my god.
I've
Talking to
drank a bunch of
Metron, the
absinthe.
god of knowledge.
I've never experienced the green fairy.
The green fairy. Is that what they call absinthe?
Well, they say like if you get drunk enough on absinthe, you see a green fairy.
Oh, like the machine
dancing
elves
around.
and DMT?
Something like that. Yeah.
Do you think they're related?
Maybe?
I think it's from the Salem Bechtelwood.
Ooh,
In
Bechtelwood.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be just like there's some shit in that Dutch water.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Less the
Oh,
absinthe.
they're shitting everybody's water now.
The Franche.
The Franche.
Well, I want to get some of that vinyl chloride in our water. I'm
Yeah.
waiting patiently for us to
It
get our
is
vinyl
definitely
chloride.
happening.
Dude,
I've
that's the
been
most
putting
hipster
stuff-
way to get poisoned is vinyl chloride.
Yeah.
It's like, I only
Just-
remember the
It
pressed.
just sounds better.
Yeah.
than regular chloride.
You can hear it crackling in your
Yeah.
body.
I love the Bible plus length distance between Georgia and Jared. Is
We
Very
left
good.
room for Jesus.
leave room for Jesus.
Elijah and Elijah
Yeah.
can sit on
Do you want me to
Jesus'
like
lap.
man spread this? Is
Yeah,
that,
show
do
the
you feel
au-
better?
Can you show the audience everybody show the audience your crotch real quick.
Yeah, no, these jeans are ripped. That's why I was
Okay.
crossing my legs.
Oh,
Now
good
that
for them.
now that we've man spread, I think we're ready to begin the Comedian's podcast. Zivan, give us your classic Zivan and the Piglets opening.
It's Zivan and the Piglets. Today's piglet is Jared Helfer.
Oink oink.
Yeah. But how does that make you feel? Did someone just
correct and right?
Poot. Did someone?
I feel seen.
Did no one else? Am I crazy?
We're tooting on the podcast.
Good.
Well, we got this brand new setup that is way better than it was before. It's going to be way easier for me to edit, and I won't blow my brains out at
Correct.
2 p.m. on a Saturday anymore.
Hell yeah. Fuck 2 cameras.
Yeah.
That was
Fuck,
Then
but
have
ridiculous.
to respawn.
You guys we are all we're gonna do a Chinese fire drill and
You only have like
Every 7
20
minutes.
some more lives
Yeah.
left.
Well, the current culpa is almost over.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that monk has been brushing the tip of a mountain with a feather for about 13 billion years now.
Yeah, you're
And
almost
it's almost
there.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
Word.
we're getting into Buddhist
Yeah.
talk here.
That you are. The only Olpa word I know is tulpa.
What's another Tibetan thing? Yeah.
Is that man? They really like those Olpas.
tulpas are basically just like imaginary friends that are a little bit devious.
Yeah. If enough people believe something, it comes into existence.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what stand-up is like.
That's kind of like what memes are if you actually think about
Oh
it for
my
more than 5 seconds.
What?
What if you think about it
What
for
a
10 seconds? They're
great
not like
segue.
that.
Yeah. Well, eventually, if you think about anything for more than 10 seconds, you eventually just land on Hitler, right? I think that's the universal
Yeah.
rule.
Land on Hitler.
Yeah.
Who's on Hitler?
Oh,
Britain,
sorry.
Britain landed on Hitler.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, no. Plymouth Hitler landed on us.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
It's February, damn it.
Peter,
That's right.
turn on the TV. They hit the Pentagon, Peter.
Any channel.
channel.
Jared, how did you
The
sleep last
Family
night?
Guy. I did pretty good. I woke up too early because my there's like a construction site or a recycling plant right near.
Recycling plant.
Yeah, like right across the street from me, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then their sign says proudly open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day of the goddamn week. Go fuck
Proudly
yourself.
keeping you awake
You
all
want
night
sleep.
long.
Proudly.
They say like proudly, proudly open like Monday through Sunday.
I don't think
It's like
anyone
that
else is.
every
Who's
day.
proud of you? Like, oh, you did it.
I think it's work ethic. I think they're proud of the work ethic. But
Wow.
it's so loud. Yeah, like it's interesting. Like I spent like at least 2 hours going like, enough. I get it. I get it.
Well, it's like that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer has the chicken place open up across the street from
Yeah.
Kramer, and then Kramer ends up getting fried by the red light, and he's himself as chicken.
Yeah, if they gave me some free recycling or something like that,
Yeah.
I'd
Free
be fine with it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I'd be
you
fine
earned
with it.
10,000 cans, kiddo.
Yeah,
If if my free use wife would just let me recycle every once in a while.
That's what I'm saying.
Deep cut for you guys, free use community.
Call back to episode.
Yeah, call back to episode
14.
0.
Yeah.
We need to make a free use episode.
Silent episode, yeah. All of the hottest girls in Pittsburgh. Free use podcast. Hell yeah.
Very
Do some
cool.
soaking.
Yeah, man.
Very cool.
Jared, there's two stand-up things I want to talk to you about, and now that I have you cornered, you can't fucking. You've been dodging this question for years.
Okay.
We've
Yeah,
surrounded
Just kiss
you.
him, Jared.
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
all.
No, this guy's got some homoerotic feelings, not me.
No.
Explain the philosophy of the joke-ass joke, Jared. Before I still have you captive.
Oh,
You told me a while ago about the joke-ass joke.
it's just a joke.
That's it. Podcast done.
Well, it's
Uh,
like yeah, if there is kind of like a just like a setup punchline joke. They're hard to do. You
Yeah.
know?
Thank you for saying that.
Notoriously.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying
Well, I
that.
mean, because like most of
I struggle.
whatever my jokes are just like, hey, here's like a weird pun, and then make it 8 minutes long or something
Yeah.
like that. Create this world. But like, whenever you do come up with like a joke, like from a joke book from the 10s or something
Yeah.
like that, it's like eternal.
From the 10s?
Yeah, like
You mean like the
1910s
years?
1910s or something.
Oh, right,
like
right,
that.
right.
What's,
like-
what's the difference between a cucumber and a sandwich?
Yeah.
What?
Well, my sandwich doesn't, eat my.
You can
dill-
you can dill
I'm no
a
good at
pickle,
jokes.
but
I
you
can't shove a sandwich up my pussy.
yeah.
God damn.
Well, that's
Yeah, that's like famous turn of the
I
century.
think that's the first thing I said on
I
this
think
fucking
Franz Ferdinand
episode.
said
Yeah.
that
Good.
at
George.
the
We
street
can,
corner.
we can get to women comedy eventually.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
pussy.
Oh my
You can't
God.
handle my
I
pussy.
knew it. I knew the moment I said that. I was like, why did it have to be that? But it was the only thing I
Yeah, that's
had.
good stuff.
Uh.
All I'm saying is like, yeah, whenever, like, it's like an egoless thing, where whenever you come up with a joke, as soon as someone goes, like in the real life, goes like, I forget who said that joke.
Oh
but
yeah.
then they tell your joke. That's probably the mark of like a good joke.
Or the devil.
Yeah. You know what I
Hell yeah.
mean?
No, that yeah. Well,
I
go ahead. Yeah.
I completely get that, but I had a couple coworkers come to a set of mine at the arcade a couple weeks ago, and they said that someone was quoting my jokes the next day, and I was like,
Nice.
"You were saying you're a dyke from West Virginia? That's crazy."
Yeah.
Me too. No, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not as fluent with the just basic setup, punchline, general premise, something that can be repeated. You know?
Well, and just like you want to put your own spin on it, and I don't know, coming up with new Polish jokes or whatever is hard.
Johnny T's the
Like-
king of that.
Yeah, like and there's just so many that there's a whole bookcase full of
Yeah.
jokes.
Oh yeah.
Like, and millions. There's millions of jokes out there. So to
That's
come up
why.
with your
That's
own,
why
it's-
I've hired thousands of monkeys to type
Yeah.
on typapwriters for me. Where do you guys think I get my material? You think
Yeah.
I'm using
It does come across that
it's
way.
not good
Well,
enough.
You just go up and you're like, space.
yeah, that's in the basement, right?
There was a funny
this
comedian
place.
who I'll keep anonymous. Shout out anonymous comedian. Who he was telling he was telling me
Anonymous
outside
is
of
doing good work.
yeah, no, we're all telling you pretty bad now. But he was like this girl
He's very
who
prolific. He's like the new Shakespeare.
anonymous. You're the best we've ever done it. He was like this person who was crazy and was in the scene for a while. They moved to Florida and they came back, and when I saw them, they told me, "Oh, I stole a bunch of your jokes and I did them on stage in Florida and they really worked well."
It's like vaudeville. That's what they
Yeah.
used to do in vaudeville.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just swap, and I kind of wish we could chop
For
and screw a
use.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
free use.
For
Free
use. For use stand.
Open source pie throwing
Yeah,
vaudeville.
GitHub. Give me your Git. I'll.
Can you imagine if somebody tried to copyright the pie in the face?
Oh my God.
No, that's my idea, bro. You
Yeah,
can't.
I did that.
I was a pie guy.
Yeah.
I guess it would be. When did they start eating pies?
Mm,
England's been on that shit for a while. I
they
feel
kind of
like.
nailed it.
Because I guess it would be whipped cream pies. That's like the.
Yeah. So then
when
We're
So it's got to be. When did they invent?
Well, meringue is an Italian word.
whipping?
That's true. We're really gonna hone in on this answer.
I think
Huh.
I think the Italians probably had all the components to do it, but who knows if they did it first.
I
Yeah.
guess it was. It had to be a time of like excess because you're not like. You go like, why'd you throw that whipped cream?
Like
pie?
2000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was for the family.
Like frantically
The
trying to lick that
children,
up.
Think of the children.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think my last time of excess is 2019, so probably around then.
Your
Yeah,
last
I
time
think-
in excess.
Yeah.
I think you probably could copyright it if you want. What about the Keystone? It wasn't the Keystone Cops that like that was a thing.
What's a Keystone Cop?
Wasn't that that's their whole like was it like a 20s like that like 10s 20s like whipped cream in the pie stuff like whipped cream in the face.
That was a
Co-
Keystone
kinda
Cops
comedy.
thing.
I think that's called like
I
you
always
know,
thought that was Marks. I just assumed it started with. I know seltzer water was like clowns and Marks, right?
something like that. Well, I mean, I think
M-A-R-X?
I mean they were all
M-A-R,
vaudeville,
like
you know?
Groucho and Curly and
Oh, okay.
the other guy, aristocrat
Pete.
Pete Marks,
yeah.
Donovan,
Mark.
Wait, Pete Marks,
Vince.
Morris Shimkits.
Carl.
Carl, yeah,
Yeah, Carl
No.
got famously
Marvo?
kicked out.
No.
Mo,
No.
Curly,
it's
and
Mo,
Mark
Curly, and
Carl. I mean Groucho. Fuck, god damn.
What are we talking?
the
what
Three Stooges.
This is
Yeah, Mo-
slowly
The
becoming.
Teletubbies.
Mo
Come on.
Curly,
God
Larry.
damn.
Mo,
then
Curly, and
there's,
Larry.
Winky winky.
then there's
Larry
like
is not a
Come
Marx
on.
brother.
We're talking about the
Stooges
Stooges.
now.
Oh, fucking Christ. Okay.
We're talking about the Stoogey brother. We're talking about Andrew Stoochel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's
he
Mo
is.
Curly and Iggy Pop.
Shit.
See,
the
now you
Stooges.
guys are getting into the inner workings of my mind. This is how my brain works. Just
It's just
lateral move after
Three
lateral
different
move.
voices trying to chime in.
Yeah.
There's an audio interface.
Yeah.
Skateboarding. Tony Hawk. Chris Screeve is fat. He skateboards.
PS1,
Fat
PS1
Hawk.
skinny,
Presidents of the
PS1
United
fat.
States.
If you could, do you
Kale.
Finger.
if you could go to any period of comedy history and have like a free weekend where you can be on any show, you can do anything, what era and like place would you go to? Like 80s New York, 70s LA, Johnny Carson.
Cosby 2 weeks ago.
Cosby prison cell 4 months ago.
That's what it would be.
Oh my god.
I mean, like seeing, I'd love to see like W.C. Fields
Mm-hmm.
like do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that dude's really funny. You watch any of his stuff?
No.
It's
No.
great. He
We were
goes,
just
like,
smiling.
He's
and
like a
nodding.
famous alcoholic. Well, one of my favorite things is like he's like a famous alcoholic, and
Mhm.
fun fact, died from it.
Word.
I don't know
Huh.
how fun that is, but
It'll get you.
yeah, it's a joke, weird joke. He committed to the bit, but his whole thing was like someone was like, "Hey, W.C. Fields, why don't you drink water?" And he goes, "'Cause fish fuck in it."
Oh, I have heard that
That's
joke.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Like It's a Gift. That's a great movie. It's a Gift.
Mm-hmm.
W.C. Fields. Like everybody's just trying to like kill him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just trying to go to work and stuff like that, and just like it seems like the whole world is just trying to kill him all the time. Like even like babies are like dropping knives. He's like just trying to hang out
Mhm.
under the sun. Just like babies are just dropping knives on him from the top floor. It's a great movie.
He's a
What was
modern-
it called?
It's a gift.
It's a gift.
That's
when
a good one.
when was he big? Like
I
world.
think
Like
it-
Vine or
I think when
Snapchat?
TikTok.
probably like probably like the 30s or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like that early, super early.
Okay, wait. I
Comedy.
have a follow up. What's a joke that you wish you could like snatch out of the air and make it yours? Like if you could put your name on any joke, be like, I wrote that, I performed it. The world like rearranges so that you're the only person who made that. Which joke would it be?
I like Carlos Mencia's stuff.
The whole hour.
You actually stole it from me, Joe Rogan.
Gabriel Iglesias' Fluffy?
Fluffy.
That's what you want?
That would be pretty good.
I'm not fat, I'm fluffy.
Fluffy, hunky, husky.
I've got one that I would want.
I mean the moth joke, but there's no way I could tell that better than Norm.
No, no,
You
but
know,
this
the
is like
Norm Moth on
Conan.
Conan, yeah, that's
like
great.
that's
That
so
is-
brilliant. But
my son Petrov Ilyabenovich.
Ilyanovich. Yeah, that's like it could only exist in that form in that moment. So
yeah.
I would want the Why do they call it quicksand if it makes you slow?
That is good.
They should call it slow sand.
Who told that one?
I think it's a parody of Cosby.
Word.
So
Nice.
it's
That's
like
gotta be a good
it's
one.
hack as it comes.
Hell yeah.
That was pretty good. Which one?
If I could, it could be anyone, and I couldn't tell this joke, but I wish I could.
Mm-hmm. There's
fucking-
black people, and then
That's what I was thinking, too.
Listen,
I was thinking that, too.
Wanda Sykes coming out as black to her parents is one of my favorite fucking bits.
and you want
where
to take
she's
that
like,
from us too.
It's
You fucking
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Mary J. Blige.
Oh my
That is
God.
just.
I don't think
good.
anybody
just another thing you want to fucking snatch
Oh
away
my
from
God.
you.
I don't
Fucking
Fine, the Ellen
you
God
white
fly
filter,
joke
you
at
For
the
the
end of
listening
her
audience,
first
I don't
fucking
think
special.
I don't think anybody on the Comedians podcast has said the N word yet. So if any of you guys want to jump in and say it,
It's like a button
the
that comes out of the
camera,
ground,
Work our way up.
activates for 10
Who wants
seconds.
to say the? Who said the?
Most people. What bit would I choose? Oh fuck! You know what you made me think of with the parody of the Cosby bit. There's this video where it's like a dude doing a Louis
Slow
impression.
Sand. Okay.
It takes a minute,
Yeah.
and
just got
the
it.
slow knife penetrates the
Yeah,
shield.
Yeah.
Dune.
You don't realize how good it is until like it's. You're
No,
under
it
you know what I mean?
it goes to the basal ganglia.
That's hot.
No, oh yeah. Now, if I could choose any bit, Flamethrowers by George Carlin, when he talks about
Which one is that?
it's like consider for a moment the concept of a flamethrower because we have them, but we don't have them. The army has them. Oh, that's right. We're pretty fucked if we have to go up against the army. I'm not gonna do the whole fucking thing.
Fuck you! I'm getting in the plane.
Yeah, right. That one is pretty good.
I also like the one that's like starships are meant to fly.
That's
Uh,
less of a joke. I've always. I think less of a joke, more of like a song. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It's so fucking.
At least
Cat-
for me,
yeah,
I don't know.
categories
That's just
get
my
cat-
no.
they
No
get blurry
category
for me, yeah.
taste. You know,
Yeah.
everybody's humor is different.
That's true.
Everyone's definition of what
What a literal
thing
joke. Well, you
is.
did ask what a
I
joke
mean,
was
chicken,
20 seconds
Chicken
ago.
cross the road, it would be nuts to
That
go
would-
like.
That's
what-
me.
Dude, what
Honestly,
was,
that one's
what was
almost,
that dude smoking?
Yeah,
Dude?
that
must have been
that joke is
so
almost
bonged
absurd
up,
in the
you
way
know?
like Mario's absurd. You know, like Mario seems so banal now, but like in the 1960s when the fucking that's not true. 1980s.
yeah. when-
There was flower power, and Mario was also doing that.
Well, yeah, Japan and all that.
Yeah, he was throwing
birthed
fire.
from the Mario's birth from the
Yeah.
remnants of the 60s.
Have you
That's
guys ever
right.
have you guys ever like watched videos on like Japanese folklore? It's some of
Little
the
bit.
funniest shit.
It is
They're-
pretty
they're
wild.
called like the Uzukai or something.
Yeah, ghosts.
The little, well, those are yokai.
Yokai,
Yokai.
yokai.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah.
like this one that's like a guy who has he's like arms and legs, completely no hair on him at all.
What's his name? Bob.
He's like no nose, no mouth, no ears,
Uh-huh.
but he has a head still. But he only has one eye,
good.
and
Good
it's
for
in his
him.
ass.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
And that's like that's a monster for like that's.
And we
their
actually brought
version-
him here
yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Come on in.
Steve Yokai.
Oh, I'm just
Um,
kidding, guys.
dude,
Get
I
out
lo-
of here.
I love this new
Would it be
setup.
crazy if I sounded like that?
Wouldn't it be nuts? Yeah. See,
I feel
work
so
on your
free in this new
prejudice.
setup, you know?
Yeah.
I feel so free.
Oh, this is kind of a. I do feel a little watched though. This
Well,
is,
yeah. Who
Yeah.
watches the podcast? Nobody. you
Who
know?
watches the podcast?
Who watches the watcher? Who watches the
OnlyFans.
podcast?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is an OnlyFans thing. Yeah.
It's only 4 fans.
Yeah.
Did people ever do
That's
that
what I'm saying.
for?
Yeah.
Did
Try to be
people-
less unoriginal, Zivan.
Oh God.
Fucking hell.
What if I could?
How do you get rid of the monster? Because there's always
Oh,
like
Like
yeah.
a special.
I think you have to poke him in the ass.
That might
You
be
think
it.
so?
I think you have to poke him in the ass.
There's
with
not
a
a lot of
needle.
guesswork
or
with that
something.
one.
look him in his eye.
Another one that just makes me laugh is like every culture has like skeleton monsters. They just have a skeleton that's like 200 feet tall.
And that's
oh,
it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's
like-
like
that's
a
it.
famous.
That's it. It's just a really big
Well,
guy.
they were really lowball when they were
Yeah.
like releasing the Hallmark Japanese yokai. They were like, "Come on, dude, it's 6 o'clock already. You
All
gotta
right,
have something."
audience, I'm gonna
Big
make a cup of
guy.
coffee.
What?
Yeah, it's just a big
I-
skeleton.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like ass eye, big skeleton. I don't know.
I mean, same thing with the Cyclops. Just
That
like
is
a
true.
big guy with a one eye.
But then there's him, and then there's Argos, who has a bunch of eyes.
Yeah,
And I wonder if he ever gets like eye envy.
probably.
Yeah,
That's
kids.
probably why that Cyclops is so pissed.
Yeah.
What's your favorite monster?
I feel so out of my league right now.
Wait,
I
do you
don't
just-
know any of these. What do
you
you
know,
mean?
Sorry,
like
we're
like
doing
a,
Nicki
a
Minaj
skilly
songs.
thing.
Oh, like my favorite monster in general?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll do the West Virginia Mothman.
Mothman does rock.
Mothman scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. My mom had the Telltale Lilac Bush.
What's a telltale lilac bush?
It's a book
don't know.
of short story horror, like
Okay.
horror short
Mm.
stories about West Virginia.
I
And she
see.
came in and she
The
read it
almanac.
to my first grade class. She like picked like some lighter
Oh my
ones,
God.
but she literally made like my best friend from childhood. She like cried and like had to leave the room because
Very
it was
nice.
so scary.
Totally.
But like, yeah, there's so many in there.
You-
It's actually a really good
you-
read, to be honest.
You know
like,
how to get rid of
Telltale
your
Lilac
fear
Bush.
of the Mothman? Watch the movie The Mothman Prophecies. Because I just watched that like
Before you
literally,
came here.
Yeah, yeah. I watch
To
it every
prepare.
morning. Yeah, before a podcast. I watch
The recycling plant fires up.
Yeah.
Mothman goes in. The
You're
VC
just
room.
waiting for Mothman to take
It's
down
a
that
weird
plant.
morning ritual.
No.
Like it's great watching it because it was filmed in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
like
really?
some of it, like and there's like it's a spooky vibe and stuff like that. Like I'm a gearhead. I watch any Richard Gere. And then I'll watch anything he's in. Silver Fox.
Speaking of eye asses, that guy.
Buddha Silver
Now we're
Fox.
in my
He's
realm.
he's a tulpa.
Yeah.
But it's great. Like there's this one part where he goes to he's going to some college professor who's researched the Mothman, and he meets them in like it's supposed to be Chicago where this professor's giving his presentation. It's filmed downtown Pittsburgh. So it's already like
no one
insane.
will ever know.
And then Richard Gere goes, "Hey, tell me about the Mothman." And the guy's like, "You don't want to know about the Mothman." And then Gere's like, "I actually do." And the guy's like, "All right, follow me down this street."
Uh-huh.
Walks out of the shot, immediately cuts to Oakland,
Oh my
Nice.
in
gosh.
front of like the Romanesque building. Down
Oh,
there.
the Mellon
Yeah,
Institute?
Yeah, the Mellon Institute.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, it's a great like. Oh right.
It's a
Yeah.
movie.
This is a movie.
I-
This is
I can't believe I've never seen that. It was just like a genuine thing that everyone talked about. Like it was in my standardized test one year. It was just a
Mothman?
story about Mothman
It's
for
a great-
comprehension.
Well, one of the
it's
Moth
kinda-
pilled.
the movie holds up. I
One of
think
the
it's good.
Mothman stories, I think, takes place in, or like movies, takes place kind of in West Virginia
oh yeah,
territory.
That makes
like
sense.
The
there
one-
were
that
there were
one
like
scared
some
me a lot as
bridge
a kid.
collapses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like they'd see him, like he'd
Mhm.
show up and then
Oh,
they would.
here's a great question, because I have a good answer for it. I made my coffee, audience.
Setting
I made my
himself up.
coffee. What was the first like character that you watched as like a kid that you were like way too young to watch,
Oh.
and then
Mm-hmm.
could not sleep that night?
I have it.
Go on.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm sorry. It was my one grandma showed me Chucky, and
Okay.
then
Like
I
the doll.
yes,
Okay.
like the doll. I was very young, and then I went to my other grandma's the next day. She was babysitting me, and I fell asleep to Blue's Clues on the TV. So
Mhm.
Blue's Clues turned into Chucky in my
Oh,
dreams, my
God.
little child dreams, and like
Damn.
Chucky Blue's Clues was trying to murder me.
That's
All right,
fucked.
Blue. Let's find the hatchet.
Yeah, seriously, that was the energy. He had like crazy like
Blue, where's
hair,
Magenta? We're gonna cut off her ears.
like psycho platinum blonde hair on Blue. Like
That's
it
kinda
was
cool.
nuts.
You're in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Steve just like falls to pieces.
Dude.
Damn.
Mine was fucking Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dad was like, "This is a great movie." I was probably like 6 or whatever. He's like, and I liked all that kind of stuff, anyways. And it was a great time until Gollum came on stage, and I think it was like already into like the scene. If I
Gollum,
remember,
you're on in 5.
Yeah, Gollum. you're on fire.
He's
it
a
was
freaky
Shaky
little
Five.
guy.
It was the scene where Frodo and Sam are like at the campfire and they're falling asleep, and then Gollum's just a little bit off a ways, talking to himself, and then he slowly just creeps up on them.
He
and
is
starts, like,
scary.
Yeah.
massaging their hair and shit.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
he's kind of a hero of mine. I had the opposite
Yeah.
reaction.
The
I was like,
guy's
"That's my
really
guy. I
persistent."
like this guy.
Yeah.
well, yeah, he does what he needs to get what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Which-
it's cool.
That's what men should do.
Wow.
He had my like ideal body.
Christ.
He had like a sick ass body too.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I'm going for with
big
my
boy,
workouts.
he had big, strong feet and nothing else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He looked like he
Big
grew up
slappers.
sleepless across from a recycling plant. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
He's in the corner.
Take that beard off real quick.
My
Yelling-
precious
yeah,
cans.
exactly. Yelling at nothing.
Jared, do you,
Had
do
some
you have a
sound.
character that
Ye-
spooked you as a child?
Yeah, it was. Remember the movie Air Force One?
Mm-hmm.
Gary Oldman from Air Force One.
That's the spooky character.
Because I had never seen anything like my first movie that I ever saw was like Braveheart
Oh, I see.
when I was like 6. My dad brought home Braveheart from because it came out in like '94,
Mm-hmm.
so I must have been. Yeah, I must have seen it like maybe a year after. It came out like 2 VHSs,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like my dad was like, "It's so violent." It's like the most, it's not exactly
Jesus.
4-6-year-olds. You know, that's not the intended
Yeah.
audience
Mhm.
necessarily. And then my mom was like, my dad was just like, I don't know, I thought it would be good. Just
Yeah.
seeing like people's scalps. So I was like, that was awesome. But then there was something about like Gary Oldman in Air Force One that
He was,
just like,
he was just generally
gave me
mean.
just, like,
He was just mean.
yeah, he was just like a really mean guy. He was just like, the vibes were off. You know,
In Air Force One.
vibes were off.
Was he the president?
No, he was like the like Russian Chechen terrorist or something
Oh,
like that.
nice. For there to be a plot.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know what's great about Air Force One? I mean, other than everything,
Yeah.
like me and my friends, like you know, during like Zoom stuff when we were doing Zoom stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like we would just read screenplays, like find screenplays and just be characters.
Oh,
And
that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, if you read the script for Air Force One, it's so funny because it's like Harrison Ford is like the president is the most like bro duty president ever. He's like he doesn't want to like the first scene is him watching the game, like watching
Nice.
the football game, and then like someone comes in like, Mr. President, you have to do the press conference.
No,
You
I-
have to.
No, I don't.
Politics.
No,
you
I
have to
don't.
do this.
Really, I gotta
not gonna do it.
that. Damn, I'm sick of all this politics. I
I'm
just
not
wanna
gonna
watch
freaking
the
do it.
big
You can't make me
game.
do it.
Like
God
it's the
damn it.
most wish fulfillment.
Yeah. God, I wish that were me.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Can you imagine if you became president and then you kind of just like fricked off? You're like,
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
yeah. Zivan, before we go, what's your spooky thing? I need to know this for my logs.
Oh, right. My mom took me to see 300 when I was
Okay.
really little, and that movie came out in like 2000 nothing, so I was probably like 6 or 5, and that was pretty freaky. I remember there was the beginning where like they send the Spartan warriors out into the wilderness, and they have to like fight this like beast thing,
Yeah,
and this I
it's
almost
the
it's just a
kid.
wolf.
yeah,
It's
and
called- it's called a wolf.
It's a well, they called it a beast. It's the Greeks didn't have a word for wolf, and they
Dumbasses.
yeah, fucking idiots.
it's not that hard.
Cradle of civilization. No, it's
Yeah.
Mesopotamia. Anyways, no, but I remember distinctly like I didn't freak out. I was just like, I need a second, and I just got up and like walked out for 5 minutes, and then I walked back in.
Seeing like I saw Independence Day in a theater.
Uh-huh.
That
Oh,
came out in like '94 too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then or like '96. Regardless,
Like mid '90s, yeah.
like remember that scene where they're in the science lab and then
Yeah, and
Yeah, the guy-
they cut it open and then it comes back to life.
yeah, it comes back to life. I remember my cousin, like I was just liking the movie. I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin was like real freaked out about it. So like and he had seen it before.
Mhm.
So he was only like 2 years older than me. He like as soon as that scene came on, he was like, Jared, the scene's too scary. We need to leave.
We need to leave.
And I was like, oh, okay, I guess.
All
We
right.
like took him by his hand. We just waited outside the theater for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, that was me. I just got up and I didn't like scream or anything. I almost like I responded like a homophobic mom would if she like saw like a lesbian kid. She's like, I have to just no. I
Dude,
I'm not gonna be rude about this, but I'm just
yeah,
not
I'm
gonna
just-
participate.
I'm gonna- excuse
in
me,
your
excuse
sin,
me, excuse
in
no,
your
I can't,
sin, in your
I
sin.
can't fucking watch this. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the first PG-13 movie that I
I'll
saw
explain this
when
to my children.
These fucking wolves, these gay wolves.
Yeah.
Man, you came here alone.
Yeah.
What were you gonna
Speaking
say?
of gay wolves, no.
Word.
First PG-13 movie I saw after being 13, saw with all my parents. I ended up walking out. It was I Am Legend, and
Oh,
it
fuck
freaked
outta
me
here.
the fuck
Yep.
out. And then when he fucking strangled that dog to death, I swear to you, I was
busted a
like,
load.
Oh, yeah.
I was like
Nice.
crying, leaving. I was like, I hate this. I'm gonna have nightmares about zombies. Yeah.
think technically they're
It was
vampires.
one of the few I walked out of.
That's
They're
such a
just
Zivan
us.
sentence.
Technically, they're just us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is Chuck here? Should I go let him in?
Who's the real?
I think we'd hear
I
it.
told him to come at 2:30.
Gong,
Oh,
gong, gong,
okay.
gong.
The only thing I'm worried about is him calling my phone and interrupting the video. But
Did you put on Do Not Disturb?
no, but you guys should text him.
I'll text him.
text him
Don't
and say,
fucking call
"Don't
me."
fucking call Logan.
Don't
I will
fucking
fucking
do
punch you
it.
into the
important
atmosphere.
things.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah,
It was so
figure
funny
it out.
yesterday. We went to the pool hall with Chuck, and he got like a little bit drunk, and there was like this section that he literally had to like bend his head this much through to get through,
Yeah.
and he fucking he got drunk enough they forgot about it, and he just went up and fucking donked
Oh God.
off of a
God, it must.
off of like a 6 foot.
I
5
love
crazy,
Chuck,
yeah.
but the world is not for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not.
Yeah.
Chuck is
yeah.
6'10" for the people who don't know.
Yeah. It's nothing is built with him in mind. It's
It's insane. He just. It is wild seeing someone that big all the time. Where
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, you just tall.
it's you know what's
you're
crazy
just-
is we get to see him
Yeah.
just all the
I
time.
I was
like a
thinking about
cryptid.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like.
I haven't had to go to the zoo in a long time.
Oh God.
I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, so Chuck went up right after me. It wasn't my strongest set. I'll own that. But I was like watching him, and I was like, I always feel weird in a room. I love Parkway, but I wish it had a stage.
Oh yeah.
But when Chuck's there, it's like he's on a stage. Like
Oh,
we're
yeah.
already looking up at him.
Yeah.
But then I think about like him at 5'6", and he's like having to like duck under a beam.
Yeah.
Like
He almost
there's-
looks smaller on an actual stage because he usually has to like duck. Whereas if
Yeah.
he's just standing,
Yeah.
he's like already.
He's the guy's a dreamboat.
My
Absolutely.
favorite line
Right.
of Chuck's my favorite thing with Chuck
He
says on
kills it all the
stage.
time. Good
Yeah.
good for him.
He's up there and
Oh.
he's like, "If you don't laugh at my jokes, I will eat you. I'm so big I could eat you in one
yeah,
bite."
he just like he moves his hand and
Yeah.
he just
In, like,
takes out like 10
We all
audience members.
blast away.
Well, actually,
Elven warriors.
Space time curves around. His
Yeah, if he
body.
punches you, your face ages really fast. 'cause
Yeah,
it's like, it's just
exactly.
like
Yeah, thankfully there's no audience members at any of these open mics because
Yeah.
they would just
Yeah.
be decimated. Yeah,
because
What's
they're
your-
already smaller than we are.
dangerous.
Jared, why do people hate stand-up comedy? Why do they hate us?
Well, it's
So,
bad. A lot of
yeah.
us we're really bad at it.
Yeah.
and,
Word.
it basically sucks.
Yeah, basically it's pretty bad. to summarize, it's real bad.
Yeah.
It does blow.
I don't know. I think it's like I was thinking about this earlier today, where it's like, I think if you're a good stand-up comedian, you kind of have like sort of are trying to like learn a lot about the world, like the most fucked up parts.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to like alchemize them into a joke,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But a lot of people are like, yeah, that's why I don't read. That
Then
shit.
anything
Yeah,
else.
and
Yeah.
we're like, no, but we're like, I'm bringing it to
we're
you.
like here it is, but laugh at it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Like
that's a good
Yeah.
point.
But then, yeah, there is something to like I've watched 10 hours of this specific thing
Mm-hmm.
to make one joke about it. But a lot of people don't have
That
haven't
bandwidth.
watched 2 minutes of it and don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, you mean like you mean like cultural things?
Cultural things,
Yeah.
or just like even like crazy I don't know, Holocaust jokes or something like that.
Right.
Like it's because you watch Holocaust
Which are not
documentaries.
funny.
Right.
For the
Yeah,
record,
not
they're
very
not
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
But like it's a lot of like research to pull out like this nugget of like, oh, I can do something with this.
Yeah, you go
Yeah.
through like kind of a pyramid or like a hierarchy of
I was thinking, yeah.
joke pyramid.
I kind of feel this. I always have in my head the image of like, it's like it takes like 100 acres to feed 10 cows. It takes like 10 cows to feed like one coyote.
Yeah, jokes are like avocados.
Yeah, they take like
Yeah.
so many fucking resources.
Funny Holocaust jokes are
Yeah,
avocados.
or like avocado. Hey, when is an avocado not an avocado?
Yeah,
When it's a
yeah,
Holocaust joke. That's
exactly.
Well, just like my
Yeah.
avocados with the Holocaust, I like to split them in half, take the seed out, dice them into cubes,
Invite friends
smash
over.
and put onions and
Yeah.
garlic into it with some little bit of lime
Cilantro.
juice. That's how I prefer my Holocaust.
That's
Yeah.
right. No, honestly,
With
yeah.
chips.
Chips. And, yeah,
Well-
don't forget lime.
I feel like comedy is so like inefficient like how much energy it takes just to get like one kind of good line, maybe.
Yeah.
And then it's even that line, maybe it doesn't even last more than like a month. Maybe like it only makes sense to say that thing for a month.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
so
yeah,
transient.
Yeah, Matt Light, he's got like great cancer jokes.
Mm-hmm.
But
we
he
cured
had to
that
have
shit.
cancer. He had
No,
to have
that's
cancer.
right.
So you go like,
Yeah.
But part of me is like, man, I wish I had cancer.
Yeah,
Like
I
in the
have-
back
no,
of your
it's
mind,
a
you're like,
little
I wish
bit,
I had
yeah.
a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you guys think I actually went to jail? Like that's a fucking joke.
Of course.
Dude, you're
it.
so good at that, dude.
Look,
It's-
I look like a little gay guy. Like you think I'm gonna get to jail?
You think I actually told my parents I was gay?
Yeah.
I'm not black. No.
No.
Oh, we all believe that.
Yeah, with that one.
That one is kind of
I
a
do have visual evidence of that one, so
That
I
is
do
true.
actually believe that one.
word.
Unless
Well,
you're transracial, which then salute to you.
Thank you, brother.
My
Yeah. I don't know. I'm somebody that like I love like a good deep dive on a random topic when like the mood strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you guys like that? Because like
Oh, yeah.
I don't always think that I'm gonna get some comedic thing out of it, but I just love a deep dive on a topic. Like,
This is something because I think we talked about this last night, where like I almost feel like my relationship with like literature and writing and movies is fucked up now because I'm always like mining shit. Like I can't even just like read a book and think, oh, this was nice, this is like fun, imaginative. I'm just like, okay, but like, could I borrow this structure? And are there pieces of this that I could use in the
yeah.
future? It's very like I'm like the collaging things all the time.
You gotta use a diamond pickaxe. That's probably your problem.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. The wood ones break too easy.
that's true. My mind is a wooden pickaxe. But no, I think I do deep dives,
Same with
but it
film-
almost feels disingenuous sometimes. 'Cause
like
I'm like, I
film
know
school,
why
I
I'm
went
doing
to film
this.
school, and that like kills films for at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you, I don't know, give it time, and then just
Forget
forget everything.
No, that's true. Yeah, you
I feel like when
refresh.
you're
You just become a dumbass again.
Word.
one thing I'll do to like prevent from that like immediate mining of whatever it is
Mm-hmm.
is like if I'm consuming something, I'll watch it once, just surface value, let myself react, feel whatever,
Yeah,
how
authentically.
it's supposed to be, and then if I
Who's
feel
empty.
like there's something there,
Yeah, put it in the
I
back
will
of your
watch
mind.
it
Yeah.
again to learn the structure,
get the
to do
notebook
the
out.
thing. It's
Yeah.
like I repeat watch things to like pull the form out, but I try to give myself
it's like-
one genuine watch through.
Yeah.
Like to mine a joke, you kind of have to be the miners and the Pinkertons.
Right.
Like,
You have to
get
be
back
behind the
work.
steel beam
Yeah, exactly.
and shooting at
Yeah,
it.
like the Pinkertons are
have
like,
to be the
"Hey, this
Nazi
is
and the
great.
Jew."
Yeah,
Right.
Carnegie's
Jesus
like, this is great.
yeah.
I don't know what these dudes are complaining about.
Yeah, and at
I'm
the same
having
time,
a great time.
you
And
need to
then-
spy on yourself.
What,
Yeah,
What
and
was your
then-
guy? What was your guys' last internet rabbit hole that you went down?
East Palestine, Ohio. I've been
okay.
deep in
Oh,
that shit,
yeah.
man. I've been
Everyone
on
is.
fucking Reddit, TikTok, everywhere,
Oh,
like
God.
getting the
Some people
first-hand
are
stories.
calling it the greatest environmental disaster.
People are
of our
calling it
generation.
Of
Little
the month.
Chernobyl.
No, it literally is like
Of
3
Of the
Mile
month
Island.
so
Yeah.
far.
It
Yeah.
is. It
It's-
is not good. And the reason I did the deep dive is because a couple days after it happened, I woke up one day. This has been my sober month. And I felt hungover and had a horrific headache. And I was like, why do I have a headache today? This is so weird. Like, I had to
Yep.
take
Yeah.
Tylenol. I fucking hate taking Tylenol. I will not do it.
Yep.
And I was like, why is this happening? And then it was like a day later that I was like, oh my God, this was probably floating through. And I smoke cigarettes already. So I'm outside
Yeah.
Well, that's
breathing
what's-
in additional
Yeah,
cancerous
the
chemicals.
fresh air you get from smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
it's
it's
fucking
not.
fucking with your
I
health.
mean, to be honest,
That's
There's-
what's weird
there's a bit
about
there.
it.
There's
'cause,
a bit
like,
there.
That is pretty good.
this
Yeah.
East Palestine thing is like, it's like, I don't know if it's gonna cause like so much physical harm, but just like mentally, it's
Literally a
Chernobyl.
it's
It's a
I-
Chernobyl
Looming.
mentally.
It's a mental Chernobyl.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is way better than an actual
Yeah.
Chernobyl.
It doesn't
you know?
last.
'Cause
It
it
doesn't
follows
last
you around.
25,000 years.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I think it's like like genuinely the Appalachian person in me that I'm like, yeah, we're getting fucked right now. 'Cause
Yeah.
like West Virginia down the I-79
yeah.
corridor, they track everyone's
here, it- like-
thyroids.
Okay.
Like they have a lot of studies, and
Mm.
it's because of all of like the nuclear stuff that's going on. Where it's downwind
There's nuclear
from
stuff going on.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, there's plenty of nuclear plants like around this area.
Oh,
My grandpa worked
Yeah,
in one,
I brought some.
I thought you meant
but and then he died.
later.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well,
Well,
Yeah.
the best
We'll
thing about
check it
the best
out
thing about
later.
nuclear gum is the flavor never goes away.
Right? Oh, sorry. You were
Yeah.
talking about
like a
people's
cough drop,
thyroids?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have
We're
a
gonna have
study
two
of tracking.
conversations now.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
awful. That is.
We're-
Don't do that.
Fuck that thyroids. No,
Well, yeah, but that's
it's
what
a
I'm
thing.
saying.
And
What I'm
then
saying
what
is,
I
like,
say.
Oh God.
but just like the
Fuck.
What?
Okay, sorry.
Zivan,
That's
stop.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Grounded.
Yeah, that ass monster came in and unplugged the cords.
Oh my.
It was East Palestine. It was
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking
right.
Norfolk Southern. I don't
Well,
know if
that's
I can
what's
say
weird
that. We
about-
might have to bleep that.
But that's what's weird about it, where it's like
I don't edit
if
the
it is
audio.
like mental, you start going like it becomes like you become paranoid about it. Like
Yeah.
and the paranoia kind of makes you
Oh,
fuck up just your body chemistry. You know what I mean? Like it's mind down. That's what's interesting about this.
yeah. And honestly, I took one night off of comedy this week, which I haven't done in a while.
Yeah.
In that one night, because I was doing those deep dives on East Palestine,
Yeah.
my entire TikTok feed turned into like, here's all the ways that the world is ending. And I was like, I like went on this like hour-long dive, and then I was like, Georgia, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I had to like step back. I was like, I'm getting depressed. Like, I'm like looking at all of these different things going on in the world, all the earthquakes, all this stuff.
yeah.
Mhm.
I even made it into a Christian part of TikTok where they're like, the Euphrates River is drying up and the 4 demons mentioned in the Revelations are coming up. And I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm
Just
getting all
stop.
Well, that's actually true. That's
Yeah, yeah.
actually
Yeah,
that's going on.
I mean, that's
but
fact,
All the
but-
other stuff is
I've been getting a lot of Lion King memes that are all just.
doing deep Lion King deep
Well, no,
dives.
like for some reason there's this subculture of like Christian moms who make little Lion King memes that are like all the people who think that Jesus is just a metaphor, story, not real, and it'll be like the lions that like are the hyenas.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it'll be like all of us patiently waiting for our Lord and Savior to come back, and He will.
The
And
lions.
it's like Simba and the girl lion
Okay.
smiling.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, what Aslan?
Dude,
they picked
oh,
the
from
wrong
Cartman.
franchise.
Deep cut,
yeah.
deep cut.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Narnia, the first movie.
Yeah,
I've been a nail biter since 2005 at the showing of the Chronicles of Narnia at the Dollar Movie Theater in Erie, Pennsylvania, because when Aslan died, I bit my first nail, my left thumb,
okay.
because I was so stressed. I bit my thumb once.
Damn.
And from that moment on, that's 2005, so I was
9?
7 or 8 years old.
Oh.
I've bit my nails every day since that day.
Wow.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, the movie 2012 gave me panic attacks. Like that's what started me getting panic attacks.
That's
Oh,
my
dude,
birthday, you
yeah.
realize?
Huh.
December 21st, 2012.
That's pretty crazy.
That was my birthday.
Yeah, very nice.
What?
Yeah, the day we were supposed to end was my birthday.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a big day for me in school. I was like the most popular kid in school that day.
Yeah.
That's
I swear to
pretty
God.
cool. Yeah.
Something Antichrist.
We had a
something,
fun
something.
apocalypse party
That
at
was in
my
jail. That was
cousins.
Word.
We were like, I had a big sleepover, all my friends. We were like, if we're going to die, we're going to die together, guys.
Yeah. Did you
It
guys
was
see that
great.
movie with John Cusack? and-
Yeah.
I was not allowed to watch it until after the
It's-
fact because
that's
I was
another
a
one where it's
total
like-
end of days crazy
Word.
girl growing
End
up.
of Days Christian.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another one where it's like if you want to assuage those fears, watch it again.
Yeah.
Because it sucks ass.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's such a terrible. And there was even like the fake website where you could sign up to be on like the barge because like they have like the ship
Yeah.
that they put everyone in, and that freaked me because it was not like ironic like oh lol like it's made for the movie, like they made it fully real. They didn't
Okay.
even like advertise the movie in the website, and I was like oh god okay. And I remember like trying to fill out the form like what's your name, what's your da-da-da, and I'm just like that's
You had to do that. It was it at the theater.
no they open up a laptop. No, you could.
'cause I remember going to see the Pokemon movie and they gave us all Mewtwo cards.
That is, yeah, I remember that too. Did you see
Mew
the?
cards?
Did you see the Yu-Gi-Oh movie? And they had like the really
No.
cool, like okay,
No, I'm not.
Pokemon?
yeah, I'm not a
Yu-Gi-Oh.
fucking virgin. Okay,
None
all
of that
right.
kid card shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
what's up with Kid Cards game only being 3 syllables?
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Pokemon,
Pokemon.
Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Poker.
Yeah. Canasta.
Well, you're talking about anxiety. Is this something I've been meaning to ask all of
Yeah.
you?
Word.
Adults
do you
were
think
like
you're gonna
2
die?
No,
syllables.
yeah. What are your deepest, darkest fears? What are you actually genuine? Well, because it's funny because the 3 things that I think people are the most afraid of in life, I'm not afraid of at all.
Which are?
the big 3 are death, public speaking,
And
Women.
witches.
witches. I'm afraid of witches.
Spooky witches.
So wait, public speaking, death, and what's the last one?
Jail, I guess, or something like
Finishing
that.
sentences.
finishing sentences.
They say public.
Public speaking and death are the two big ones. There's also a widely cited third. that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Snakes.
Being tortured for years upon years.
Yeah.
And having to live
Life
like,
without parole.
Yeah,
and,
well,
Yeah.
yeah, just like live under a sadistic cult. That's one of like my biggest fear. Anybody else? I don't know. There's
that you'll
something
get
about it
whisked
that, like,
away.
Yeah, there's something about like I don't know. It's just like a weird, probably irrational fear that I have, where it's like, yeah, like I don't. Maybe it's just me, but I don't want to be like, kidnapped by some hyper cult and be like forced to live my.
Is that Bjorn's
worst
new
fears.
album? Hypercult. I was thinking that I would make new music.
That would be sick.
Hello, my name is
Bjork, I know you're
Bjork.
watching.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Hi, I'm
feel
Bjork,
free.
and I'm on TV.
I'm on TV.
Tag
I
me
make
in the liner
hypercult.
notes. Yeah.
Hypercult. You want to join Hypercult?
Hi, my name is Charlie XCX, and my new album is called Hypercult.
Hypercult.
All right,
Find it
what
on
are your other fears?
Yeah,
And
what are we
then,
afraid of?
Bees.
And why aren't you, and follow up to that, why aren't you afraid of stand up? Because everybody thinks it's the scariest thing on the planet.
Because I've done it twice. If you do it twice, it's
Yeah.
like you're like, oh, and like you meet comedians and
Yeah.
like everybody, shares the same fear and it's like not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
stakes are so low.
That's-
so much.
It's
It
kind of
feels like they're so high though.
No,
when
honestly,
you
It
first
can,
start.
yeah.
Well, and the beauty is like nothing happens to you. Like you get off stage and like nothing, like you like check your bot, like nothing. There's not like a fucking bullet hole all of a sudden, or
Yeah.
like your organs don't work.
Like,
Um,
I've never. What's the Tom Hanks?
that joke.
One of my
well, that can
exactly.
happen.
one
I
of
guess,
my
but
big things with stand up when I first started was that I didn't bomb at
Yeah.
for a long time,
Mhm.
and I felt like more and more anxious each time because I was like, when's it gonna
Oh, yeah.
fucking
when
happen?
is it gonna happen?
When's
Yeah.
it- how am I gonna
I
feel
learned to
when this
stop
happens?
worrying and learn to love the bomb.
And well, no, and I felt like because I hadn't bombed, I was like, I'm not trying hard enough. Like you're not pushing
Strange
the
love
envelope
kind
enough
of.
if you're not just fully eating shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Absolutely.
until like I think my biggest bomb ever was in Pittsburgh, and then I
Mhm.
was like, you
Is it
know
'cause you
what?
live here
I was
and-
like, I mean, in all of Denver, I never actually fully bombed.
I see.
Here, I actually bombed, and then I was like, oh fuck, like yeah, this is gonna be fine.
Well,
I lived through it.
One thing that frustrates me about stand up is so like you bomb, you go up in front of people, they hate you, whatever, and there's all this like anxiety, but then you get over it. There's all these like little victories, but I think it's an education. It's called like the problem of transfer. I cannot take that like confidence and move it around. You know what I mean? Like I know
Oh,
people,
yeah.
people will be like, "Oh, I do
It's
stand
like
up."
in more oblique ways. It's not like a 1-to-1.
Yeah, exactly. It would be naive to say that it is just 1-to-1, but no, people like do stand up, they do improv for like utilitarian reasons. They're like, "Oh, I want to get better at public speaking. I want to get better at talking to people and connecting with
They're
people."
trying to maximize the amount of good in the world.
Right. But I can't like take like, okay, who am I on stage? How do I feel? How like confident am I? I can't take that and put it into any other situation. There's just like a complete. Can y'all? I don't know if that's.
Well, it's just it's like I mean, you could speak Spanish, but still be an asshole to a Spanish guy. You know what I mean?
What?
Like it's like just because you speak the language doesn't mean you
Doesn't
could,
mean
like
it fully-
immediately make friends.
Oh,
Like,
right.
If you go to
Right.
Spain, like and go like, oh, soy hablo Spanish.
Mhm.
Like people aren't gonna go, hey, good for you. They'll be
Yeah.
like, yeah, we all.
We can do that.
We all do.
No
That's
shit.
I think for me, either through
what I
just
mean?
going crazy multiple times in my life or whatever life experiences, I think a lot of the firmware that a lot of people have of like higher abstraction or
What do you mean by do you mean like preconceived? Jesus. Do you mean like preconceived notions? That's a totally different voice.
no, I feel like I'm running. I
Work
feel like
on that voice. That
Yeah.
voice is
That was
cool.
pretty- I was like weird bubble in my
Barry
throat.
White shit. Yeah.
It was.
I feel like I'm running on a compile level, a lower level computer language.
Like assembly.
I'm running on assembly and you're running on Python.
Word.
Which is not to say like they're not
Yeah, I know.
Bad,
What you,
right?
I know what you mean.
like I don't really
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say, basically, yeah.
Would you like to maybe explicate a little bit?
I think I'm just more of like a simplistic animalistic
Libidinal
machine.
monster, yeah.
Like I forget about things almost as soon as they're over.
Mhm.
I not like I'm living in the moment in some kind of like Buddhisty way of like. It's just like I'm only just present or future thinking. I hardly ever
Dwell.
reflect, and like I have a terrible long-term memory and like
Yeah.
of like
must be so
childhood.
nice.
I can't remember most of my childhood. I can't remember most things that happened before like 2016 probably.
Wow.
Like I just kind of I'm like a present to like future and like the last 18 hours. That's why like I mean you guys have seen me get really mad.
Word.
I think you guys have always seen me like get unmad
so.
within like 18 hours. Oh, you'll see me mad eventually. I don't know, maybe. But
Okay.
I kind of get over it really quick. It's just because like honestly I just forget about it.
Yeah, no, you have like a spike and then a cool down period that's fairly quick actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
What's this like? You exercise. It's just like.
Yeah, I work out a lot.
No, I mean, like, yeah, you feel the emotions as they happen.
yeah, which
You
is
kind of, like-
actually
it's probably good.
yeah.
You know.
I think-
Because I'm a shove it down and then like wait for it to haunt your nightmares.
I think that
Weeks.
Yeah.
one of the terms they use for it in
Yeah.
psychology is like
maybe it's
conscientiousness or like a
good way to do it.
discrimination type of thing or like discrimination.
Neuroticism?
A little bit more neuroticism,
Like
but
Big
like
Five?
a discriminatory type mental pathway where you're higher in like rumination and
Evaluating.
and evaluating.
Yeah.
To almost to a point of excess, and in my brain probably just because of bipolar disorder, that's gotten turned way down. Like that used to be much higher, but just
Yeah.
gotten turned way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I've read actually a good bit about that because like people will replay things in their mind to like a traumatic event or something like that
Mhm.
because they want to see a different outcome, which is like a natural, like
Yeah.
very like early human piece to like learn
Yeah.
like how do I fix this thing.
Yeah.
But what happens is that we will some of us like it becomes a continual thing to where it's like your automatic response is to replay this old thing.
yeah.
And that is where like the Logan type of living is actually something like people that continually ruminate can learn from is like you do at some point have
Like
to put that
imagination
memory
is-
down.
Yeah, like back in the shower when I was like a kid, I would like, yeah, I'd watch Dragon Ball Z, and then Kamehameha Hitler all the time. Like, take
You
that
killed
Hitler.
my relative.
I'd beat up Hitler all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then like you deal with an actual kind of like issue, like a
Mhm.
bully, and you're like, oh, this is a lot different.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I can't. My Kamehameha is like just weak. I
Yeah.
barely can.
Barely scratch this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
His
to,
power level's way too high.
not to linger on this too long, but this is actually something it's reminding me I've thought about. This is like it's actually why therapy like does basically nothing for me. Like imagine trying to give therapy to like a gazelle, or like a fucking.
You don't look like a
I
gazelle.
can try
Logan.
it.
Imagine giving therapy to a hippopotamus.
That seems great to me. I
See,
don't know.
thanks for calling me fat. You know?
You don't look like that animal.
Imagine giving therapy to like a little muskrat.
I mean, sure,
there
you
you go.
can you can eat a watermelon.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
But-
only reason why.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that because like honestly
To a gazelle. Sorry.
thank you for that crunch. But I think for some people, like CBT therapy, like cognitive behavioral talk therapy, is re-traumatizing because you're going back into the thing. And it wasn't until I started
Yeah.
doing like EMDR that I was able to put those things away. Like you desensitize yourself to
For
the
our
thing so that
listeners,
you
what is
do not
EMDR?
think what.
For the listeners.
Oh, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, which is a crazy ass thing where you go into your dream, you go into your memories and then you edit them, and you make it not hurt anymore for
do
key
Nice.
traumatic memories.
You
It's
said
really
like big
great.
black sensor
But-
bars.
Was it EMDR?
EMDR.
You got to do EMDR EDM.
Actually, I do it with
EMDR.
auditory music. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I do it on an auditory thing and I tap. But it's made my comedy better because I'm not clinging on to the things that I'm trying to make jokes about
Well, you
because I
actually-
can
It's a
then
little
do the
deeper
step
and-
back
yeah.
and I
You
like
actually write jokes
experience
in
it,
your
but
dreams though. Now you said you like write most of your jokes in your dream. Like you're working like a double shift.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
I've
sure.
done comedy in dreams.
Yeah.
before.
Oh, I have plenty of dreams where I like genuinely am doing a set and I'll wake up and be like, "What the fuck was that?"
like,
And then like I
that's
might get a nugget from
the
it. but-
worst is like I've done comedy sets like in dreams, and like I remember the worst is like not remembering the dreams, like having not remembering a comedy bit that you thought was good.
It's
In
just
a
it
dream,
kills.
it's the worst. It's
The
like
David,
a double
Yeah.
the
worst.
David
I
Lynch
do.
video I showed you yesterday, where he's like,
Yeah.
if you forget an idea and you don't write it down, it could lead you to wanting to commit suicide in that very moment.
Oh my
Every
god.
moment.
All right.
And
Well,
he
I keep a
says
dream
it, like,
journal,
5
but
He
times.
says it like 5 times
Yeah,
over 10
that's a good
years.
video.
yeah, I keep a dream journal though, because sometimes
Yeah.
I get things from it, like crazy shit. But
Yeah, I don't know where this not thinking that dreams are interesting came from.
I don't think other people like to hear about other people's dreams.
Yeah, but why
That's-
not?
but
'Cause
we're
they're-
also writers. You can make it interesting.
No. I just mean in general, like when people describe dreams to you, they're bad descriptors. They're like bad. They're when someone wakes up and they're like, "Oh my God, honey, wake up." I just had like, so your mom was there, but she was like a couch. Not really, but like I knew it was her. And like, well,
it's
you know,
boring.
yeah.
I know. It seems boring.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
seriously.
my mom being a couch is
I find-
not interesting.
I was gonna say
That's
I
what's
find
weird.
dreams
I'm saying it's
fascinating.
crazy.
No, people
It's
are
the
assholes about
craziest
it.
shit.
But yeah, it's a cultural thing. I don't know.
yeah,
People don't like to hear it.
yeah. I think it's I guess we just enjoy
I don't-
practicality.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
like it's like for like
Imagination.
my people, you know, it's like it's offensive to us because like we
Gazelles.
yeah well you know who we are, my people. We don't
Do they get
wait.
internet in the
We don't
savannah?
wait for dreams to tell us what we want to do. We just go out and chase it. You know.
Oh.
We
Oh,
achieve
yeah,
all of
yeah.
our,
Sigma
we
gazelles.
achieve all of our dreams.
Yeah.
yeah.
Work hard, play hard. Yeah,
and
got
as-
you.
yeah.
Grind all day.
Right.
I'm grinding all night. All
when you're
right.
hanging out
in
your-
my
when-
dreams.
in your
The
pack
grind
with your
never
boys.
stops.
Oh my God.
I do lucid dreaming so I can grind all night. When I wake up in the morning,
Dude, I love lucid dreaming. It's the best.
lucid dreaming. Do you ever lucid dream?
I've
Jared?
done it a couple times. Yeah.
Do you ever? Does it ever? Does it happen naturally, or do you like see like wild or filed or
think
like
you
all those
gotta-
techniques?
For like a while, I was trying to get into it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I told you this. Like, yeah, for like a month, I was really paying attention, keeping a dream journal
Mhm.
because I think I just saw Waking Life. You ever see Waking Life?
oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah,
I've
that's a
never
good
seen
If you've
one.
never seen that,
Familiar.
that is
Waking
a
Life.
fucking amazing movie.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
Waking
real
Life.
cool. And then so I tried to do the what do they say, like the turning lights off and on.
Oh, in the dream
Yeah, in the dream.
as like a reality check.
Doing it even in real life.
Yeah,
just turning
yeah.
it off and on. But then I think like, yeah, it's like, I think one time, yeah, and just like looking at clocks and shit like that.
yeah,
But I was living-
print.
I was doing it in college, and most of my shit didn't work.
Yeah.
Like the microwave was wrong
Oh,
all the time.
you're trying
anyway,
to
so I was
lucid
like,
dream,
what the fuck
but
am I doing?
All your shit's fucked up anyways.
I noticed like if you, I think an easier way to do it is if you try to levitate something into your hand,
Right.
because clocks do look weird, but clocks can look weird. Like things can
Yeah.
malfunction in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you can't levitate shit into your hand.
That's true.
Like I remember having a dream. Yeah, living in my old house, got a knock on the door from 2 agents or whatever, and they were like, "Oh, is what I said? What was it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's in the back right there." And then I went back, and something felt odd. Like you get a sense it's just odd, and I just tried to levitate, like a cup into my hand. It'd be wild if I did it right now.
That'd be pretty good.
'Cause-
Jared, what are you? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
No,
You're in a dream, audience.
you can do it in real life too.
Wake up,
Yeah.
sheeple.
Yeah.
But then I did it and it worked. So it was exhilarating. It's like an exhilarating
No, it's really
feeling. And
yeah.
I remember
mine-
like scissor kicking, like jumping up, scissor kicking these agents, and then like it worked. They flew out, and I was like, "I'm God now." And then I like immediately imagined like Lindsay Lohan.
Nice.
This is back in like Lindsay Lohan did
Days.
that
Hell yeah.
one
Era.
like pool table photo shoot.
Mhm.
And like I tried to imagine her, and then I was like, oh my God, Lindsay Lohan came in my pants immediately. Walked out. Yeah, there's better ways to do it.
Yeah.
That reminds me of something I've always wanted to talk about with going psychotically manic. Is there literally is just it's something like that. There'll be like even now, like I know I could reconvince myself that I'm Jesus or God or something.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just like one thing or like two or three things that like reconfirm. Oh yes, I am. Like but this new persona that comes back on is like I was actually my true self was just asleep. You know?
Yeah.
It's like because like when the first time I went manic, I was like walking along this trail and I was like, you know, like God, if this is true, if you're like I'm really a prophet or whatever, make something happen. And then a bunny ran out like right then, and I was like, yes.
What are the
There
odds?
it is.
So it's just like it's very lateral logic lines that it's like when you're in a dream, you're like, this is odd. I'm in a dream.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's like
You're
this
awake.
is odd. Oh yeah, I actually am a god. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think a lot of like Christian belief on like connecting things. Like they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this was a sign. This
Or
should have
like
happened." Or
numerology.
you know, well, like it's a
Yeah.
real thing that opens you up to that kind of like, oh, everything happens for a reason. Like,
Magical
oh,
thinking.
give me a sign. All this stuff, and there's so many other things. It's like confirmation bias.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you think like, but every time you still get hungry. You know? And
Do
you still
gods
have to,
get
like,
hungry?
do shits and stuff like that. Like that kind of seems like it should bring you
Break the continuity.
Constantly bring you back down.
Yeah.
To like
You never had like a really
Can-
transcendent shit, Jared?
no, I have. Yeah.
Well
no.
then you can keep
I've had some
going.
powerful moments.
Yeah.
One of those where you're like, wow,
That takes me higher
I'm a
actually.
Yeah.
person.
You ever take a shit and you stand up and you're like, I'm lighter.
You
Yeah.
throw
I'm
your hands in the air.
Yeah.
I did it.
I got the shit power.
I did it.
I've definitely
You're
weighed
still
myself
shitting
before and after before just to see. 'cause
Oh, I weigh
This
my-
was a- this
I
was
weigh
a big
myself
deal.
excessively.
Nice.
All kinds of things. I have like 4 different like weight points: morning weight, after workout weight, bedtime weight, and also like if you feel yourself like being really dehydrated.
Yeah.
That's my favorite time to weigh myself.
Mm.
Are you like Mr. Rogers where you have to weigh
Yeah,
a certain
yeah.
number?
Yeah, it's good. My number has to spell like I hate Jews or something.
God.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I hated Jews, so 154.
I hate it.
like we like but bees. So
I-
it was at 250 something. 254.
right now I'm 215, so it'd be
We
we
or I am, I guess.
I'm
Sis.
5 word. I'm a woman is my current
Wait, how did you
got
do that?
some. You got some work to do.
215.
Oh, 215.
Wait, hold on.
Okay. yeah.
I'm a
Oh.
contraction.
Oh.
Woman.
So
What
what
is
happens if
this?
you
What
eat?
I don't
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
let me
yeah,
explain.
yeah.
Mr.
Sorry,
Rogers.
yeah.
Mr. Rogers.
oh,
Mr. Rogers had a.
He always weighed 143 pounds because it spells out "I love you"
No, it doesn't.
in letters. In letters.
In
Letters.
letters,
It's
it's the number of
symbols, yeah,
letters
yeah.
in
It's-
the word. So
it's like-
143. I love is a 4-letter word. 3
It's like
is
an.
you.
Ac- there's a
Oh.
word for it, but it's like an acronym with numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay. So Zivan would be 5. Vasquez would be.
No.
Six.
No. Like how
Wrong.
much you
How
weigh?
How much do
56.
you weigh?
How much do you
I weigh 56 pounds.
56 pounds. Wow,
Yeah.
that's severely
No.
underweight.
What's your real
So-
weight?
You
My
should-
real weight? 195.
Okay.
So
So you'd be like,
A.
yeah,
9 is hard.
that's
Velocirat? No.
Humanism.
Humanism is 9?
That's 8.
HUMANISM.
That's 8.
Zzz.
that's an island word.
Humanisms.
Humanistic. Wait, no.
That's 10.
HUMANISTIC. Fuck. Humanisty.
Horny.
Singles.
In your hair.
Ideology.
IDEOLOGY. Ah, nice.
Ideology.
A ideology. What did I say? 195. Often.
Ideology.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mine-
The greatest thing
doesn't
about
make
What a
sense.
journey
The
we just
most
went on.
sense, But
I'm sad. Mine's 200, so it's just me.
Me.
oh, brutal.
Just me.
You got to work on
You
it.
know?
But if you go down 1
It's just
pound,
me.
you have to. You'll be ideology.
Jared, what are you?
Ideology.
I think I'm like, what? It's gotta be. Yeah, like what am I like 175? So I
Right.
Forever.
baskets.
Basket.
No, A baskets. Balls.
Basketball.
Basketballs.
Well,
That kind of describes me, but I keep that, and that's how I feel about
that is the
myself.
perfect place. We're about at an hour. We
Yeah.
keep
Oh
going.
my God.
It's a great place to fucking.
we talked so much about comedy today, the depths of where our brain goes. I'm
Yeah,
proud of us
Well,
all.
last thing I want to say is the feel of doing it at the table versus doing it at the couch is completely different.
It's night and
yeah,
day.
we're
Like,
learning.
every episode we've done over there is like an interview, and over here it's like we all smoked weed. Even though we didn't.
We didn't.
Probation officer, I did not smoke weed.
I didn't.
Gazelles
Couch
can't
is
smoke weed.
comfortable.
All right, Jared, is there anything you want to tell the people probably about a week and a half from now?
Oh, it's keep doing it.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Hooray!
That was fun.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was the most it was the deepest and lightest episode we've had. I love that.